Hey everyone, happy Memorial Day. So yes, today is Memorial Day. Got my flag hanging over there, but my flag always hangs. This is Scott. I've gotten a lot of stuff done, like a lot of stuff checked off the list. Come back with me in a couple seconds, I'll show you around. Okay, so here's my parts table. There's not a lot left. I've got some, EGT probes to do. Got my tack sensor. Not going to use that right now. Battery, stuff like that, little stuff. Scraps of hose, leftovers, a little bit of fire sleeve. I still need some more hose and fire sleeve, but there's not a lot left here. And this is about all that's left from Kit Fox. So, what have I gotten done? Well, the engine's on there, but I showed you that last time. Let's see, let's start on this side. So I've got all my water lines plumbed. I was worried here that I was gonna have to come up with a 90-degree fitting, but it actually, makes that turn nicely on both sides. I was happy with that. Got my exhaust springs on, they're safety wired. Snug but not tight, because the safety wire is gonna not be holding, it's just there to catch in case the spring breaks. And then the RTV for vibration. Still got tack I gotta deal with. Hoses on the bottom are all done. I had to reclock the water distribution, the water distribution. Bill did that for me. Got the oil cooler lines on here with nice fire sleeve. Got the oil cooler put on for like the 17th time. And I think I have cranked it down I got to loosen that up a little bit because I'm bowing that. I'll fix that here in a minute. I'm concerned about my oil temperature sensor. The JPI is gonna say, well, you can't use that one, so there'll be another sensor I've got to buy. Got my oil pressure remote put on, so I fed it down here and it's up here on the firewall. I still need to, I'm gonna take this Adele loose and put some wrap around there so it holds a little bit better. Now, down here, where I tied it to the engine mount, I use these stainless steel ties because of the heat. If I use plastic ties, they're just gonna melt and be no good, so I use the stainless steel. These things are great, but man, they hurt if you snag yourself on them. So this is my fuel return. I still got to work that out. I am going to put a couple T's in this. I'm going to put one here because this is my return. So this will be coolant, and that'll be the hot side. So I'm going to put a T in both sides, and I'm going to feed them in through these existing holes to feed my heater, for when I want to fly up to Alaska or the Arctic Circle, not here in Texas. Let's see, this is the last oil line I've got to do, but I'm out of hose, out of line, and I'm tired. I've been working this for 3 days this weekend. So I've got my drip trays put on here. I looked at several other solutions, and what I came up with was what Rotax makes is really the best fit for what I'm doing. So I got those on here. Let's see, I've got to get these done. Got the octopus put on. I need to tape over these ports so no bugs make homes in there. Got this done. I'm fairly happy with it. I'm not happy with the fact that when the plane's sitting on its tail, this is gonna be such an angle, so if I need to fill it, but I'll just deal with that. Let's see, I got the oil tank put on here in its final position. I had the cowling on it and I moved it up until it cleared the door, made some marks, then scooted it down a little bit. And behind these, I've got rubber pads for vibration mount. Let's see, the throttle and choke, got those nicely done. Still got to figure out the ignition, where exactly it's going to go. It's probably going to go about there. but I'll figure that out. Still got to tie this line over so it's not against the carb. There's a sensor line. I'm going to do the fuel lines, not today. It's going to be a couple weeks because next weekend I'm going back to the farm. So I've just got to do this. I've used all my fire sleeve. I have the hose for this, the water. Gosh, I'm tired. I've got the fuel line for this. I just don't have the fire sleeve. I used it all. So that's on hold. Let's see, what else? In here, oh yeah, I've tested my my headset and all my audio panel works properly. I'm getting a lot of noise in it today, but I think that's because instead of grounding to my ground block, I grounded here on the engine side. I think it's not a good ground. So I've got to address the ground issue from here, clean that up, and it may just be as simple as running the ground lead through and back up. I don't know. Going through the firewall like that, I'm not thrilled. But anyway, it's been busy. It's been very busy. I've gotten a lot of stuff done. I'm really happy with the progress, and that's about where I'm at. Oh, yes, here's the really great news. I finally put a Borescope in my tanks, and the tanks look great, except for that delamination. So the tanks, which have very little use, I've got to pull out and replace. And I think I'm going to go with the aluminum. From what I understand, it's going to stand up a little bit, but that's okay. I would rather have the aluminum because I know that they'll be problem free. And it just means more time on the ground for this thing. And fabric work. I'm so excited about that. Anyway, that's what I've got. I hope you guys are having a great Memorial Day, great weekend, great Tuesday for whenever you're watching. Until next time, see ya. Fly safe. Okay, quick update to what you just saw. So I had posted on Facebook on the forum about my fuel tanks. I talked to a couple people, and I was dead set on I'm just going to rip those tanks out and put the aluminum in. And then a friend of mine and a member of the local EAA chapter here in McKinney, Texas, Chris, reached out to me and said, hey, I've got a couple tanks. Do you want them? So, of course, I said, no, I don't want to do that. That's just too much. No, I brought them home. So thank you, Chris. I have two brand new old fiberglass tanks. It means I'm going to run nothing but 100 low lead in my Rotax just so I don't have the possibility of getting ethanol in these tanks. So give me a second and I'll show you what they look like. So here they are, two new old tanks. They were, from what Chris told me, they were installed in the kit that he bought, but that's pretty much all that happened. So he took them out, he got himself some new tanks, and I've just got to clean these up and do some hardware, and I get to lay some fabric. I'm so excited. But Chris really did save my butt on this one. If nothing else, he saved me several months of just waiting for a package to show up. So thank you, Chris. You're an awesome guy. So that's the last of my update. I'll talk to you guys later.